Now at 4:30, it's been another busy week in Washington. Everything from COVID relief to the vaccine. The moderator of Face the Nation, Margaret Brennan, is joining us live from Washington, D.C. this afternoon. Margaret, thanks for being with us.
Great to be with you.
So this week marks 1 year of COVID shutdowns, and President Biden addressed the nation last night. He talked about the fact that by May 1st, he is hoping to have all American adults eligible for the vaccine. He also mentioned July 4th as kind of a marker to get things back to some sense of normalcy. Do you think we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here?
Yes, and that's the intent, is to put some dates on the calendar because you are seeing this exhaustion, this fatigue among the American public, and frankly, people at the state level being impatient. You already have 16 states that have already repealed or never had a mask mandate and are already pulling back some of their health restrictions. So putting the date on the calendar says let's work towards this, but urging caution until then is the message from the top down. And frankly, a lot of the states have already disregarded that, as I mentioned. And the concern is going into these warm weather months, while there's hope that the virus will not be as widespread, you could see a repeat of some of the patterns we saw last summer, where it unexpectedly surged in certain states where social distancing and other restrictions were not being adhered to. So that is why the president's message was what it was last night. Their next big hurdle is, of course, delivering on the actual vaccinations and overcoming some of the hesitancy among the American public to get that shot in the arm.
I was just going to ask you about that. There are so many Americans who are frustrated by the rollout and trying to make appointments, and just frustrated by the entire system and can't wait to get a shot in their arm. And then there's another population of people who are very hesitant still, even with all the knowledge out there about getting the vaccine. How is the White House battling that issue?
And those two issues are conspiring here against the rest of us, right? Because having that difficulty of access dissuades some people from bothering. And then there is also some of these deep-seated, long-standing issues of distrust among people of color in the United States, but also, as we see in some of the polling that's been done recently, vaccine hesitancy among conservatives and Republicans in rural areas as well. So these are different demographics presenting the same problem of potentially keeping at risk the rest of the population, because you can't get to immunity if you have the virus continuing to spread. And that's why it's an issue that the president has put at the fore through this equity task force. We're going to have the head of that equity task force join us on Sunday, Dr. Marcella Nunes-Smith, to press her on how do you do this? How do you unwind all of these challenges?
The good news is we are moving slowly in the right direction. Margaret Brennan, moderator of Face the Nation, as always, we appreciate you being with us.